So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop. Prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No! You can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on, so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's Zenni.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. You might have heard that live shopping is exploding. And I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. How are you? Come on in here. Happy Thursday. Man, you know what's happening right now? Right there across town, there's some guy, some woman, somebody who has plans for your day today. They're thinking about you. You're on their mind. You might be on a list and you don't even know it yet. You're on somebody's to-do list someplace, right? And they're not thinking about your plans. It could be your boss, could be your spouse, maybe it's your client. They have an emergency, but it's your priority to fix it, right? Whoever it is, I don't know who it is. They're going to walk through the door today. They're going to send you a text, they're going to send you an email, they're going to call you, and suddenly you're doing something you didn't plan on doing. So get ready. They're going to hijack you. They're going to hijack your vision before you even know what happened. Today we're going to talk about that daily battle. It is a daily boost from motivationtomove.com. It's me, Scott Smith. Good to have you here today as we kind of roll through this thematic week. I've never done this before. It's kind of fun. I'm noticing some issues along the way. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Let me know if you kind of like this process, this spending more time on one thing for the week, visions and agendas and things like that for the week. Let's see what happens. I have talked about this podcast moving to YouTube. It's been a behind the scenes thing as we kind of make I want to do it right. I've never actually done it right. I've always played with it and I haven't liked what I've done. It was no fun. So this time I said, let's do it right. And I was ready to launch today. And I said, honey, I'm going to wait one more. Honey, me, my wife, by the way. I said, wait one more week. And she said, you wait a week to do something? I said, yes, I'm going to wait a week to do something. Believe it or not, I'm actually going to wait a week to do it. And so we're going to go next week, first week in November. And it'd be the same show that you're hearing right now. Although there is going to be, wait for it, new theme music is coming your way. And I have not even shared it with you. I think you're going to like it. I had a client ask me a question a few years back. It stuck with me. I usually write these things down. I capture them and then they end up in a file someplace and eventually become a podcast. And I capture just about everything. It's kind of a weird thing, but I do that. She asked, she wanted to know, with all the craziness in the world, everyone needing something from her all the time, what should she pay attention to most of the day? And I think you might know what that's going to be. If you listen to the shows this week, what she should pay attention to. I just thought it was a great question. Here's what I told her. I said, well, personally, I pay attention to my agenda first. When I cross paths with any agendas of other people, It doesn't have to be my way or the highway. No, not at all. But I still must continue to live my life to get the results that I want, and hopefully without delay or distraction. The truth is, I want us both to do just that. My wife and I, the world that we live in here, I typically don't like delays or distractions. That to me is, I don't see any reason to wait. If you have an idea, let's go do it. And my wife is the kind that said, well, we'll see what happens. Well, when I wanted to marry her, I decided like the first day I met her, so I'm marrying this girl. That's done. It's okay. Why doesn't she get it? Let's just go do it now. It's over with. She knows where this is going. This is it. She said, well, let's give us some time and let's see what happens. I'm like, no, we're not going to see what happens. We're going to go get married. I'm just that kind of guy. So my client said, wait a second. Do you mean I should just ignore everybody else? I'm thinking, well, that's a good idea. I mean, there's nothing wrong with I didn't say that out loud, but you're thinking it too, right? Gosh, I wish I'd just ignore everybody. It'd be a lot easier. But then again, if you don't ignore people, they're kind of fun too. I mean, I like people. I said, no. Don't ignore everybody. Just acknowledge that everybody's on their own path. And since every person that I meet is on their own path, I'll always have the opportunity, willingly or unwillingly, to be pulled into their agenda. If I let that happen, I detour from my dreams. Very simple stuff, right? And she got up pretty fast. She said, you're saying I need to take control of my agenda. Yes, exactly. Because here's the truth. If you don't take care of your life, your agenda, somebody else will control it for you. They may not mean to. They may not be trying to do it, but they're going to do it. Make no mistake. They're going to do it right now. Why? Because they just have things they want to do. And I'll even go so further as to say this. I don't think we have these willing saboteurs out there who got up out of bed in the morning and said, let's go take over your life. Although, yes, they exist. I think most people are just busy doing their own thing. Just drive down the road and watch how people drive their cars. Are they paying any attention to you at all? No, they're just doing their own thing. That's not going to change. I mean, they do it in cars these days. They do it in camels too, I'm sure. It just happens. Not because they're bad people, not because they're trying to sabotage you, but because they're just building their dreams, pursuing their vision, pursuing their life, whatever, their paycheck, whatever it is. And many of them need your help to do it. The question is, are you going to let them take your attention and your time? Are you going to let them plan your day, plan your life, plan your dreams? Someday you'll either grab a hold of it yourself or you'll give up and just let them do it. So let me tell you something that might be hard to hear. The world is going to do what the world is going to do. Yes, I added emphasis, not on purpose. The world's going to do what the world's I have no idea why I said it that way. The world's going to do what the world's going to do. It always has, it always will. That's pure Scott logic right there. In other words, the world's effed up. Always has been, always will be, but it's beautiful all at the same time. Gotta admit it. I know. Tony Robbins wish he could be me. He really does.
When you need to build up your team to handle the growing chaos at work, use Indeed Sponsored Jobs. It gives your job post the boost it needs to be seen and helps reach people with the right skills, certifications, and more. Spend less time searching and more time actually interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. That's Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need a hiring hero? This is a job for Indeed Sponsored Jobs.
No matter what you do, the world and all its people will do what they're going to do. And so will you too. So you're part of the problem. And that's exactly why you need to protect your agenda like your life depends on it, because, as I've said this week at least once, it does. But here's what happens when you don't. When you wake up with your internal mission clear, you know your vision, you ask your filter question, and you're ready to move forward. And then the phone buzzes. Can you help me with this real quick? Sure. Just 5 minutes. Okay, come on in. The boss walks in. Hey, got a second? Spouse calls. Can you pick up the kids today? I know I had plans, but okay. Of course, it's okay too, because to you, it's family first, right? Depending on what your values are, you may do it and it may be completely justifiable to you. Absolutely. But sometimes it's pulling you off track, and don't get me wrong. We all get pulled off track. And that's why having a bigger vision, a bigger understanding with what you want to be doing and really know what drives you means we get out of the day to day and it becomes years. So if you do get pulled off track for a day or a week or a month, it doesn't matter, because in the big picture, you're going to get where you want to go. Most people, before they get to lunch, they've spent their entire morning working on somebody else's dreams. Your vision, it's on the back burner. Your internal mission, delayed till tomorrow. Your agenda, completely hijacked. And what's the worst part? You'll do it again tomorrow. You'll do it the next day and the day after that. You'll wake up and do it for 5 years in a row. For everybody else, not for yourself. That's why I'm telling you today, when we think about this, taking control of your agenda is the way to do it. Wait a second, that sounds selfish. Are you thinking that? I can't just ignore everyone like my client said. Sure you can. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm not telling you to be selfish. I'm telling you to be your own person. There's a difference. I'm telling you to understand what's driving you and be aware that everybody else in the world, whether they know or not, is going to cross paths and going to take you off track. Selfish means you're only caring about yourself. I'm not telling you that. Care about the world. Your vision is to protect your vision. Your internal mission is to protect your vision. Everything's about protecting your mission, right? That's what it's all about. Every single person I meet is on their path. You'll always find someone that's going to try to pull you off path. It's going to happen. What do you do when it happens? What are you going to do? I've got a couple ideas for you, okay? Before anyone gets access to your time today, before anyone gets to add something to your plate, before anyone gets to pull you off course, I want you to define your agenda for today, this week, tomorrow. Realize when you do this, I'm asking you to say, I'm actually in control of what I'm doing. I can actually, don't even have to say no. I can just disappear. I can just ignore people. I can just walk around the other way where they can't see me. I don't care how you do it, but take about 5 minutes. I don't care how busy you are, and write down today, to stay aligned with the vision I have with who I want to be in the future, I must accomplish a couple of things. And I say do 3, just 3, not 30. Not a to-do list is forever, just 3 things. 3 things and get those done. They're non-negotiable. They happen today, no matter what happens to you. Everything else, it's negotiable. When someone comes into your life today and tries to pull you off track, just remember my 3 things got to get done. You do 3 things every single day. There's no way anybody can hold you back from becoming who you want to be and getting what you want. It's impossible for that to happen. So that's your assignment for today. Take a couple of minutes and just 3 things, non-negotiable, you're going to do today, and nobody gets to pull you off track from those 3 things. Like I've said a couple days this week now, I want you to know your vision, defend your vision, and live your vision this week. And it's one agenda at a time. And the one agenda in the world that is the only one you really need to pay attention to is yours. Yeah, I know, but I'm married to, and I got my wife, the kids have an agenda, my kids have a school calendar, my boss has an agenda, he seems to own me 24/7, he knows he only pays me 40 hours a week, and doesn't pay me enough on top of that. Everybody owns me. Heck, how could it possibly be about me? Well, let me tell you this. You're the only person living between your ears. Every single thing in this world is just about you. Get right with yourself and go out and change your world. That's when you get to do that, okay? All right, tomorrow, practicing stuff in private.